Now, everybody wants to quantum leap, but are you missing on this one step that is making all the difference in making a quantum leap? Stay tuned. I'm going to talk about step one in doing a big quantum leap in your career or your life. Let's go. And good evening, everyone. Very unusual time for me to show up live, but there is a special reason for it. So, good evening, everyone, wherever you are catching this broadcast. I am super delighted to reconnect back again. I've been away for a while because on vacation, yes, we do take some vacation time, and you can see my excitement. I'm super excited to be back, on this broadcast on live for you guys. So wherever you are catching this broadcast, my name is Dr. Nabila Diab, and I am executive leadership and career coach. And I help women, high-profile women, grow, develop, and thrive, and live life exactly on their own terms. So you tell me your terms, and I'll tell you how to go about it. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Now, as I said, a very unusual time for me to pick up this broadcast. There is a reason for it. We are changing the hello, good evening, everyone. Hi, everyone. So very unusual time for me to go live. And the reason is we are changing the time I go live on my socials on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Hi, Instagram people. Hello, everyone. And what used to be my Saturday night live is now going to be two events. So for your own treat, I am doubling the love. I'm doubling the contribution. I'm doubling what I can offer you in terms of career advice and career counseling and career tips and so on and so forth. So instead of just one event on Saturday night live, I am hello, Iman Aidun. Hello, my flight lady. My how are you doing, Iman? So, what used to be Saturday Night Live is now we are phasing out of Saturday Night Live. And I thank you so much for being part of my Saturday Night Lives. We hit the 100 episodes, and further to surveying you guys and digging and asking and doing a lot of research and everything. We now realize that Saturday night might not the ideal perfect time for the majority of you amazing ladies who are in here. Rawani is here. Good evening. Good evening. Nadia Al Amoudi is here. Good evening. WM is here. Marzia, long time. Hello. And Iman Aidun. I hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. Wasim on Instagram. Sarah is there. So, hello, everyone. As I said, we hit the 100 episodes on Saturday Night Live, which is my event for many years. And now it's time I come back again with a fresh, if you like, a program for you guys. So what's going to happen? We are going to phase out of Saturday, and some of you might be saying, "Oh, Saturday! Why are we? I mean, Saturday is the day off, for the majority of countries in the GCC. So it's the when we surveyed the ladies, Fatma Al Ali is here. Hello, good evening, everyone. So when we surveyed our audience, we realized that Saturday Night Live, when we do Saturday, the next day it's Sunday, and it's come back to work in Saudi. And some of you said, Nabila, we are going through the Saturday scaries or the Saturday blues. And then now you're coming live and you are telling us make a quantum leap, or do something different, or you give us tips, like really to go way above and beyond. And at that time, you know, we are preparing for a busy week, we are feeling a little bit down because the weekend is over, we might be flying back from Dubai, or flying back from Qatar, or flying back from Jeddah, and flying back from skydiving, or from diving in the Red Sea, whatever you are doing over the weekend. And you might not be able to catch up the Saturday Night Live. So what's going to happen is, we are going, instead of Saturday Night Live, I'm treating you to two events. I'm treating you to two events. Hello, hello, everyone. Now, you need to take notes and mark your calendar for this, because I would love to take you all with me in my stride. I'd like to take you all with me. The first, event is called the Career Conversations with Dr. Nabila, which is every Friday at 1 p.m. KSA. Every Friday at 1 p.m. KSA. Hello, hello, my people in KSA, UAE. And so it's 1 p.m. KSA, meaning it's 2 p.m. UAE. In Dubai, Abu Dhabi. So if you are, but if you are in Saudi, Kuwait, and Qatar, and it's the same. It's 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. every Friday. How about that? You would have, okay, I'm awake. I've had my late, cozy, comfy morning, and I had my amazing cup of coffee, and now I have some bandwidth to focus with Nabila on the next quantum leap, or the next tip she's going to give, and so on and so forth. And you know how hands on I am. So I'm going to give you a ton of things that are going to support you in your career. So career conversations with Dr. Nabila every Friday at 1 p.m. KSA. How awesome is that? I am I am working on the content for the career conversations. It's going to be around 30 to 45 minutes of career conversations with me. I'm going to take some of you questions. I may even call on you to come on the call and share your point of view, or talk. I may invite a guest, and I have a ton of guests, a lineup of guests for you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. These are the career conversations with Dr. Nabila every Friday at 2 p.m. KSA. Now, the second event, this is getting really, really exciting and interesting. As you can see my excitement in here. It's going to be Monday. Okay, we've gone through the Saturday blues. Sunday, we are going to let the week kick off in a very, if you like, soft and easy peasy way. Now, Monday, the week is underway. We've gone through the first day and through everything in the office and in our business and so on. And now we are ready to pick up some good stuff. So Monday at 8 p.m. KSA, you would have gone home, gave dinner to the kids, made yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee, and are ready to put up your feet and say, ah, I loved my Monday. It's been an amazing day. I've done a lot of things, and now this is me time. I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to give myself this time, just so as I don't go numb under Netflix or on TV. I'm going to use this time for percolating ideas, for thinking about, topics, just not to leave my mind idle. So as I'm reflecting and I am exchanging and taking in new ideas and new thoughts and new perspectives on this. So how awesome is that? My people on Instagram, I love you so much, and I it's going to be the same time. So the Friday career conversations with Nabila, 2 p.m. KSA. So wherever you are watching this, hello everyone. And then the second time is Monday at 8 p.m. KSA. That means 9 p.m. UAE. Perfect time. The kids are in bed, or it's not generally a day, where we would typically go out. So this is a time where we're gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go on me time, and mark my calendar to be here with me, and I'd love to have you all with me today. Hi everyone. So Iman, awesome. Nada Bukhamsin is here. Hello everyone. Amazing. Awesome. Absolutely. So I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm going to send you reminders to be with me every Friday and every Monday. You, I hope you don't get bored with Nabila. Okay, amazing. Now, something I hardly ever, I hardly ever talk about. And oh, Amal, hello, dear friend. Hello, how are you doing? Something I generally don't talk a lot about, but many of you are asking me to do this, which is, Nabila, please introduce yourself. Please tell us more about you and your journey. Please tell us, you talk a lot about quantum leaps, but tell us about your quantum leap. And, just once in my last webinar, I talked about my quantum leaps, and everybody was, say it again. Can you please tell us again? So I'm going to give you a brief thing about my journey and who I am, and where I'm coming from, and my story and my journey all along. So, my name Nabila Diab, and I'm Tunisian, and I grew up like everyone else, like from. Yes, Fatima Ali. Yes, please tell us about. I already like you without knowing you, and I like you all so very much. If you are here, there's something special about you. There's something special about you. There's a reason why you are here, Fatima. So hang in there. So, typical education, typical family, middle class family, where yalla go on the educational ladder or the educational elevator, study, get your A straight, go into university. And so I did everything, and I got my A straight, and I got my bachelor degree. I was among in an elite university in Tunisia for teaching English. Like the bachelor degree was English language and literature and linguistics, and then I did a first master's degree and a second master's degree, and then I did a PhD. The greatest part of it was at Reading University, South London, where I finished my PhD. Now, fast forward 23 years being university professor, and that's where I had this big aha moment. So what next? What next? And the trigger was, I always mention this, but if you don't know the story, for your own sake, I'm going to mention it again. Where my daughter said, who she was 12 at that time, and she said, "Mom, I'm going to study at this university in Paris. And her dad and I looked at each other, and we said, so something needs to happen, because university, the paycheck at the end of the month and so on, something needs to happen to make it happen. And that day, that one day where she was still playing, and she just mentioned this, and I had to make a big leap of faith. I left a long tenure position as assistant professor in applied linguistics in my country, and I moved a big, huge leap of faith, in leaving long tenure position where I was pretty much secure, I was comfortable. There's pretty much nothing to think about, and I decided to go on a 1 year contract. A lot of my friends and still some members of my family still don't understand why I did it and how I did it. But I did it because, I believed that there was something out there for me. And oh my, if I had to walk to that opportunity, I would have done it. I'm sorry, I see my blue light in my eyeglasses showing. So for please, bear with me with this blue light in my glasses. So fast forward, I do that quantum leap, and fast forward, my daughter has graduated with double master's degree from one of them, of course, from that university, and another one from another, with a master's degree in international finance and an MBA actually in trading. So fast forward, she graduated, and for me, for a mom, it's a big thing, as you all, of course, know how important it is for us to fulfill, our kids' dreams and goals and desires. Anyway, so that was the first big jump I did. It never stopped, because at that point I decided the 9 to 5 is no longer for me, and something else needs to happen to live my big goal. I wanted to live in a certain way, to have a lifestyle of my own, to have my beach home. That was a dream. That was all the time driving me crazy, which is, living in my home by the beach. And that dream happened, and I did achieve that goal, and I lived some of my best years by the beach, and I fulfilled that goal and my daughter's goal. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to wrap up. Hello, everyone. So if you are catching this, then, and you catch me talking about myself, this is probably the only time, probably in 8 years of broadcasting, where I talk about myself. That first year, fast forward, when I decided to make a leap of faith out of, a 9 to 5 into a 1 year contract, I 10x my income. Bought my beach home, send the girl, of course, fast forward, send the girl to, her dream university. And you understand how fulfilling it can be to be able to achieve all of this. But if you ask me, were you already predicting and seeing all of these things beforehand? No. At that point, I was still struggling. I didn't even know if I would have French schools for my kids, because my two kids studied in French schools, and I wasn't sure I would find French speaking schools in Riyadh, the second home that adopted me, and I wasn't so sure. But you know what? I always say, draw nigh unto me, and I will draw nigh unto you, meaning make that first step towards me, and I will make that step towards you. And when I did make that step, you tell me, was I scared? Hell, I was so scared. I was so scared, but somehow in my heart, I knew I had to make that step. If I wasn't going to make that step, nothing was going to happen. And I did make that step, and I did take that. Make that decision. And as I said, if I had to walk into that place and to Riyadh, I would have done it. So much what was there for me exceeded my expectations. Today, so that was one of the scariest moments in my life, if you ask me. It was a quantum leap. It was a big jump I did. I wasn't so sure where I'm going to land, but oh my, oh my. When you jump, um, in the Bible, it says, "You will rest in the hands of the Lord." And I was resting and I was so scared. But when I jumped, it just feels like there is something with you. There is a force. There is like some kind of heartwarming energy that was soothing my heart and telling me, I'm with you. I know I call it God. Some of you, perhaps you are watching from different parts of the world. It's energy, it's universal intelligence. But somehow, my God was telling me, walk, Nabila, walk. I'm with you. And I did walk, scared, yes, wavering heart, yes, shaky hands, yes, sweaty palms when I wore my abaya and I was going to whereas the Saudi Airlines were landing. Hello, hello, Iman Idun. Hello, yes. My first arrival into Riyadh and into Saudi was on Saudi Airlines. And I remember I stood, that was 2008, when I stood and wore my abaya. I was, having my and I wore it because we were going to land in Riyadh. Uh, I knew something big and beautiful was going to happen. Anyway, so that was the first quantum leap, and right, okay. Okay. And then you say, what did you do? Yes, I moved. I moved from being a university professor, from being a teacher, into an educational management position. Now, I've never done educational management in my life before, but somebody believed in me that I can be a great manager. And guess what? Uh, I think with I humbly say that leading in that institution for 14 years, I can say that that person who believed in me 14 years ago saw something in me I did not see in myself. And if the reviews and the outcomes and the results of my leading of that institution in a university in Riyadh is any indication, I think I did a pretty good job. So that's my story in there. And then what did I do? I somewhere along the way, I decided to have something for myself. I'm a great believer in MSIs, multiple sources of income. So multiple source. So I decided to create another source of income, and I said, let me see where it's going to land. And when I was about to swipe my card to pay five figures for becoming a Procter Gallagher consultant. Oh man, oh man. I mean, you tell me, was I scared? Hell, I was so, so scared. And yet again, I did it and I swiped my card. I wasn't sure if this was going to be a scam thing or anything, but I swiped my card. And fast forward, I'm Procter Gallagher consultant, certified Procter Gallagher consultant. And again, if you ask me, will you do it again? I will do it again and again. And that was another big quantum leap I did in my life. And then, there were a lot of times where you just have to take that leap of faith. You cannot see if you like, road, or the whole journey and where it's going to land you, but definitely believing in yourself and taking that leap of faith is very important. Now, why I'm saying this today, um, I hello, hello, Mohammed Ashirihani. Hello, hello. Long time no see, Mohammed. How are you? What I'm talking about, I'm talking about the step one. That is most of the time, missed in making a quantum leap. You say, what is it? What is the step one that we may be missing if we want to make a big jump in our career and our life? And number one is risk taking. We're gonna need to be a good risk taker. And some of you might be saying, "Oh my God, Dr. Nabila, I am. How do you want us to make risk, to take risk? We have families and we have kids and we have this, but risk taking. You see that thing that tells you go here." And we've got to believe it. We've got to believe that voice that's telling us, go there, go there, I'll be with you, go there, and take a chance on yourself. But a lot of times what happens, we hear this voice, but we don't believe it. We think, oh, it's a little woohoo thing. And what we say, I always remember my mentor Bob Proctor, when he says, when you are praying, you are speaking to God. And when God is speaking to you, it's through your intuition. You get those hunches, you get those messages. Go here but because we don't have evidence for it, because we have absolutely no evidence for it, most of the time we ignore them. Most of the time we don't pay attention to it, and most of the time we don't act on these things. So hello, hello, Nihal Ainuddin. Hello, hello, hello there. Nice to have you all with me in here tonight. This is a very unusual time where I come live on my socials, and the idea is I'm changing the time so we are phasing out of the Saturday Night Live. The Saturday Night Live, remember? By the way, we did 100 episodes on the Saturday Night Live. So we are phasing out of Saturday Night Live, and we are starting two new events. One on a Friday at 1 p.m. KSA. What would that be in Iraq, Mohammed? It's still 1 p.m., right? It's still 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. Saudi time, 1 p.m. KSA time. That would be 2 p.m. if you are in UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and so on. It's still 1 p.m. if you are in Kuwait, Qatar, and so on. And it would be, I believe, also 2 p.m. if you are in Oman, lovely Oman. So, in wherever you are, so you have the time. It's 1 p.m. KSA every Friday. Conversations, career conversations with Nabila. So, how awesome is that? 1 p.m. KSA, career conversations with Nabila. Now, the second time where you're gonna meet me, it's Monday at 8 p.m. KSA. Monday at 8 p.m. KSA, Quantum Leadership. Here we are going to talk about leadership. Here we are going to talk about, how to, implement these steps to make the next level up into our career and into our leadership positions. So, career conversations on Friday, 1 p.m. KSA, 1 p.m. in Iraq too. Amazing. And Monday at 8 p.m. KSA, that would be 9 p.m. in UAE, which is Quantum leadership, right? Okay, amazing. So, hi everyone. Hello, hello. And so I hope you are marking your calendar. There will be some visuals and some reminders to remind you of these two dates. And I am super, super, super excited to go live with all of you on my socials, including my lovely, amazing audience on Instagram. I missed you. I missed you. I missed you. I missed you so much. And everybody across the board here. So you will have a chance to see me wherever you are picking up the broadcast from, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and on Instagram. So those are the two times where we will be going live. We will be going live. Okay. So so what is this first step? It's DTI. DTI, what's DTI? Do the illogical. Do the illogical. So a lot of people who are, in one place, too comfortable, too easy, too, settled in, and they say, Nabila, what is it I need to do to improve, to make a quantum leap? I always talk about a quantum leap because I want all of you to move in life in quantum, right? In big jump and live life on your own terms, exactly as you want it. And these big quantum leaps, they have their own techniques. And one of the first step of making a quantum leap is to start thinking differently. If you can allow yourself to start thinking differently, to do the illogical. You say, what do you mean doing the illogical? That's scary, doing the illogical. Now, do the illogical meaning think in a different way. If you just allow yourself to think differently, meaning take a piece of paper and say, what are 10 ideas for me to start thinking about my position, to start thinking about my job, to start thinking about my future, to start thinking about my lifestyle, to start thinking about any aspect of your life that you want to change, to start thinking about it differently. My mentor Amy Porterfield calls this move the DSD, do something different, and I call it do the illogical, because unless you think totally differently, the results are going to be the same. Think, my friends. If you continue to do the same thing and expect different results, that's what does Einstein says, that's insanity. So what's going to happen is we're going to need to start thinking differently. When we start thinking about our career or about our leadership position or about the role we want to take within the vision, or with the place or the niche we want to serve, and so on, then, my friend, you are going to start seeing different results. You're going to see the universe shifting and moving and rearranging itself to make your goal possible, and to show you, indicators that you are on the right track. You say, actually, in actionable steps, what can I do? What can you do every morning? Every morning for 10 days. If you can hang in there with us. So every morning for 10 days, take a blank piece of paper and grab your cup of coffee. And before you start getting busy with the do things in life, what I'd like you to do is, I would like you a blank piece of paper, okay? And you write down 10 things you can do, some you can do differently about your career. Let's say, you think you are settling in career. So write down every morning, wake up every morning and write 10 things you want to see yourself do differently in your career. So if, for example, right now you are in an environment that is toxic, for example, in the company or anything, but you think, oh well, you know what, not everybody is doing what they want, so everybody not everybody is happy, and life is not ideal, and nothing is perfect, and da da da, and we have to do what we have to do, and so on and so forth. Put aside that kind of chatter in your mind and take a blank piece of paper and write every morning, write 10 ideas. 10 ideas. You're going to notice the first four are very easy. The next four are going to be a bit challenging, and the last two are going to be really, really hard, and you will find difficulty finding them. I'm looking at these two last ideas that you are going to write every morning. And guess what? After 10 days, what's going to happen? So 10 by 10, you're going to end up with 100 ideas about what can you do differently in your job, what can you do differently, here and there. And you are going to see out of these 10 pages where you have written the 10 ideas, I guarantee you, your breakthrough idea is going to pop up, and your breakthrough idea is in there among these 10 pages where you have written your 10 your 10 things that you can do to change your life. So I hope this you can use, so if you can just uh, you know uh, apply this in the sense, for 10 days, take a piece of paper and write down your 10 ideas, and you're going to end up with a pool of ideas that really, really, really are going to show and indicate what can you do differently, what can you how can you can start thinking differently, and and acting differently. That's the beginning, and that's the step one. That's step one, doing the illogical. DTI, it's do the illogical. Do the illogical. Do something totally different. Do something totally different to change your results. Most of the time, people want to build new things out of the older stuff. If we continue to think the regular, usual, based on our regular ways of thinking, for very, very likely we are going to end up getting the same results. So DTI, it's do the illogical. Do the illogical. So start thinking differently about your career, if that's your career that you want to rethink, your lifestyle, and so on. And I guarantee you, you will start seeing things you've never seen before. Everything starts with thinking. Thinking is the beginning of all a change. A lot of time people think, yeah, when my income changes, I will start thinking about my career differently. When the kids go to school, I will start thinking about my own vacation differently, and it doesn't. So thinking is the beginning of all change. So taking risk in thinking differently, taking risk in thinking differently, so I call it do the illogical, is really the beginning of any change, any transformation, any quantum leap you want in your life. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and hanging out with me on this Friday afternoon. This is not my regular time for showing up live, but I just wanted to make these announcements. Friday at 1 p.m. KSA, career conversations with Nabila, and and on Monday we are going to go live on at 8 p.m. KSA. At 8 p.m. KSA, we're going to go live with Quantum Leadership. One final thing, the live career conversations with Nabila on every Friday is going to be from my LinkedIn page. It's called Transformative Consulting. Transformative Consulting. And I would love, yes, 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 Muhammad, thank you so much for writing that in there in Instagram. So we are going to drop right now the link to my LinkedIn page, Transformative Consulting, because the career conversations with Nabila are going to be streamed to the page. I would love for all of you to follow my page and to be with me in the career conversations with Nabila. So we are dropping hanging with you while cycling at the gym. I love it. Fatima Ali, I love it. Thank you so much for being with me. We're going to drop the link to my page, Transformative Consulting. Please go in there and like my page and follow me on that page. The career conversations every Friday at 1 p.m. KSA is going to be there in the Transformative Consulting page. Fatima Ali, I want to see you there. No question about that. Muhammad Ibrahim, Nihal, Asma, all of you, please, my apologies if, I don't mention Marzia, VM, Nada, Iman, Muna Al Mansouri, Nadia Al Amoudi, Rawan, all of you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And please follow my page, Transformative Consulting. We are dropping the link right now for you to join me. And I will see you every Friday at 1 p.m. KSA for career conversations with Nabila. And I'll see you every Monday at 8 p.m. KSA on my LinkedIn profile and here as well for the quantum leadership session. How awesome is that? Thank you, everyone. Thank you so, so much. And I will check in soon with you Friday, 1 p.m. and Monday, 8 p.m. KSA. Have a great, great evening, everyone. Bye bye.